Welcome. For your PowerPoint presentations and you want to create something and drop in a little video into your PowerPoint, you can create videos without being on camera. So I'm giving you an example here of a screen recording, and I'm picking up from our last video, our PowerPoint's dead, and you can check that out. I will link that in the corner and underneath and at the end as well. But we're going to continue with looking at what you can do to make your PowerPoints better. And today specifically, I'm going to share animations and transitions and tell you what that is and how to do that. So this is behind the scenes, behind the curtain, sneak peek at some step-by-step instructions. So we're going to start with animations. And what that is the ability to have, instead of all your slides, just in the last video, a couple of the slides, I would probably thought afterwards I should go back in and do some additional steps that I would have done anyways, but I was wanting to showcase a bit of a range as well. And I thought I should go in and make some of these slide points come in one at a time instead of being all at once on the slide. Now there is a time and place to have it all up there and not always have to click and not always have to bring in each point one at a time, but it does help people with concentration and clarity if they're not seeing and reading everything all at once and they're focusing on what you're talking about, and then you bring, instead of reading ahead. So that is partly why it's great to set up these animations. So all you need to do is when you go into where your text is, you highlight the part that you want to come in, and then you have all these options for entrance. You can get a little, maybe it's all there all at once, but you want to give some emphasis, or exit as well. And there's more entrance effects, more emphasis effects, more exit effects. And just to let you know, so there's basic, subtle, moderate, and exciting. So I'll show you a few of these. This is boomerang. Let me move this over here so I can show that again. So this is boomerang. Will it show me again? Here we go. Credits, where it comes in a lot slower. So you want to think of the time it takes to come in, and it goes all the way out. So there's a time and place for that. Boomerang, center revolve, expand. This is just showing some of it, and appear. A lot of times I use the fly in or the float in, which is up here. Get out of this one, float in. So it's not coming all the way from the bottom, and you can play around with this. Now you probably don't want to have every single one different, but once in a while I'll add one that is different. So, and then the rest, float in, and then I'll highlight, float in. And again, this is in animations up at the top here, and float in. And we'll do the same with this slide too. Now with this one, I'm going to cut that, insert a text box, and I'll show you why. I'll add the text box here, add in what I cut out, and then I'll move the text box there. And I want to make sure font size Arial, so it's easy to read. It's at 28 on the side slide, so I want to keep them the same. And maybe I want to move that over just a bit. Okay, so I'll explain here. Now I'm going to please don't go to animations, and for that one I probably want to emphasize it a little bit more. And the teetering is pretty subtle. Let's go more emphasize. Let's go to the wave is a little bit more fun. I want to be a little bit more bold. And let's try the grow and shrink. And then what I can do as well is, now the reason why I put this as a separate box so that you can only do one line altogether. So if I wanted to then bring this as a float in, it will come in after the please don't. And then I'll do that float in. So you think of your audience and what's emphasizing the words itself too. And you can definitely have some fun with this. So these two slides that I had not completed some animations with, and again, the animations in the PowerPoint context is bringing in the slides one at a time, that is with a click. And I want to show you as well, with this, you can make it go on click with previous or after previous if you want it to be more automatic and not have to click every time. And so I'll do the after previous. And what you can also do is pick the animation pane, and it will show you how long it's taking, and you can again pick start on click with previous, after previous. You can look at effect options with sound. Let's do the applause for that one. And we can do a different effect options, and you can pick the chime. Okay, so you can pick a couple of sounds like that. You can pick how long it takes, if there's a delay, if you're recording it, if it's something that's a presentation that's automatically going forward on its own and you don't even have a remote clicker option, you can create all of this to go automated on the slide itself as well. So that's a little bit of animations behind the scenes. And what I'm also going to show you is, we'll go right back, transitions. This is the different way the slides come up. So our PowerPoint's dead. Let's use the fracture and for transitions, and I'll show you afterwards. We'll show a couple of different options. I do like the curtains as well, and that's a really great, but it takes a little bit longer for them to open. And what I often use as well is the box. So let's do that one back as the curtains, and then I'll go to the other ones and set those up as the box. So I've got a couple bit of variety, but I'm keeping the majority of it consistent. Now the cube actually is what I like better. So we go back, cube, those two, and then we'll set these up as the cube. And then I'll do a quick run through. For all of the points that you're seeing on the slides here, I definitely gave more comments about that in the last video. So definitely check that out, or be aware that we have videos coming on Tuesdays, as well as in podcast form and blog with additional points. And let's just get, oh, this is a fun one. And what I will do is then show you. So then you go to slideshow from beginning, and I will show you just by clicking fast, and then I'm just doing this quickly so you can kind of see how this is working. That's another technique there too. So we have the please don't. I clicked it. Oh, it didn't give the emphasis. So I'll go back in and see if I didn't save something. But this still works. Oh, and I did a little bit too quick. So let me go back again and I will show you. So I had that one set up that it came automatically after you clicked into the slide. I enjoy that paper airplane. So if it's emphasizing your content, adding a little bit of a wow factor, especially if you are a keynote speaker, what you're charging for your keynote, I want you to ask yourself if your PowerPoint represents that kind of high quality of speaking and message that you convey. And then, of course, we're always appreciate if you would like the video or podcast, follow, share, subscribe, and definitely let us know what kinds of aspects of PowerPoint you really enjoy using, or if there are aspects you would like us to show you a step-by-step guide. Again, thank you for being part of this. My name is Patricia Regier. This is Regier Educational Services, and I hope that you have a light bulb learning moment today. This is another example of if you are hesitating creating videos, whether it's for your in-house training or for your PowerPoint presentations, and you want to create something and drop in a little video into your PowerPoint, you can create videos without being on camera. So I'm giving you an example here of a screen recording.